Good morning, our first Monday in August. We're all the way to the 4th. Quite a bit of economic news coming out this week, as you can see. Nothing on Wednesday, nothing on Friday, and of course, I'm talking about planned news. There's always some surprises during the week along the way. We won't get the factory order numbers until later. But why do we care about all of these economic numbers in the first place? Well, because it tells us what's going on with the economy. Let's talk a little bit about tariffs and tariff basics. It's a tax on foreign goods and services. The consumer will pay this tax. That's because whomever imports will increase their prices so that they have enough to cover the tax. Now, this is why it can harm an economy. Having that big increase in taxes, just like any tax increase anywhere, can be inflationary. Therefore, it can also slow down the economy as a whole. We'll look at an example of fear of that in just a second here. So why do it? Well, the argument, as very eloquently laid out by our sitting president, to level the playing field, to make it fair. Now, the idea is that even though this may cause a slowdown and inflation, that those will be temporary, and that by increasing the cost of a foreign good or service will give our domestic entities, economy, a chance to grow and be able to compete, and therefore put more people to work and do everything internally, and that this in turn, the benefits of this will outweigh the negatives or the challenges that were brought on by the tariff in the first place. So is it working? Well, that's why we look at these economic numbers, so we can see if it's working. Oftentimes, the stock market is our biggest barometer, our biggest tell if it's working or not. So what is the stock market telling us? Well, when the tariffs first came out, they were saying, we don't like this, we're totally afraid of it. This is, of course, happening by people betting with their money. They buy, they sell. Okay? It looked like it was going to be really, really fearful, and just real quick, President Trump went really, really heavy and then has been willing to negotiate. Probably his heaviness was to get an extra bargaining chip. That's arguable, and how you see it probably depends on your politics before this all began. So down it comes. We stabilize. We break to higher highs. If you had had the foresight to buy in on this drop, you'd be looking pretty smart right now. But we are far from over, right? Let's just highlight this area here. We're very far from over. New tariff fears come in, and immediately we go down. And you're going to hear a lot of talk about, are we going back into a recession? Is this the end again? My personal opinion, any drops that we see like this are going to be buying opportunities. I would still be doing bullish trades with options, especially if they were a little bit longer term or had the potential to be made into longer term. All right. My videos this week are going to be a little bit spotty. Got a daughter getting married in another state, so I'm going to be traveling for that, and I just don't know how much time I'll have to make posts. So enjoy the ones you get. All right. Good luck out there, everybody. Bye for now.